Well, hello, good afternoon. Welcome to this amazing Thursday author celebration. This one is all about She Wins, Nice Girls Finish First. I know that the word is out about this book, and I'll tell you why I know what I know. But I want to kind of set the stage and share a little bit of background on why this book was created and who this book is for. So She Wins, Nice Girls Finish First. It was created to really help share and show that kindness is not a weakness, that unfortunately in the women's empowerment space, there is competition, unfriendly competition, and that we can really remain kind and be all of the other things, meaning kind, talented, superpower women, and we don't have to be mean about it. We don't have to be bullies. I think every person who wrote in this book wrote in it because they experienced some form of bullying in their life. And so this isn't just a book. It's really honestly a movement. It's so important that we created a book. We have another book coming out for it. We created a magazine around it. We've created podcasts around it. And we want to be the girls who are spreading kindness, spreading empowerment, and eliminating that ugly competition and bullying. So today we're celebrating some extraordinary accolades for us as the writers, because you, as the readers who are watching this, who are going to watch this, bought this book, supported each of the contributing authors, shared it, etc. So this is our celebration. So welcome, ladies, to your author celebration. And if you would all please take a moment to introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about you, and then I just have a couple questions, and then I'm going to share how I know what I know about the book. So let's go to Megan. Hi, Megan.
Hello, ladies. How are you? My name is Megan Dirks. I'm a brand strategist and visual designer. I help coaches build brands for themselves, and I'm on the East Coast of Canada. So I absolutely loved contributing to this book, and I'm very happy to be here.
Thank you. Maureen. Okay. Let's go to Sonia.
Hi, ladies. My name is Sonia Rodriguez. I'm a psychotherapist and women's life transition coach. I'm the visionary and owner of Transition to Wellness, which is a private practice and coaching practice that helps women navigate through difficult life transitions and help them foster healing and resilience. I'm located in New Jersey, and I'm also a managing partner for one of the She Wins Women's Network chapters in New Jersey, and that's also why this book is so important to me. Thank you.
You know what, Sonia, thank you for reminding me. This book and this movement is so important. We even developed a network for it. And you are right. You are one of the managing chapters. So thank you for being here with us today. Let's go to Shraddha. Are you ready to share?
Sure. Thank you so much, Hanna. So I am Shraddha Chandwadkar. I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia, with my husband and 2 teens and 3 cats. I'm a self-esteem and mindfulness coach. I coach women and children and teens on self-esteem, confidence, and mindfulness. And I have been with She Rises Studios for probably 6 anthologies now. 4 are already released and 2 are on the way. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, let's go to Miss Hanna.
Hi, hello everyone. It's so lovely to be here with you all this evening. I'm Hanna Darby. I'm a holistic healer and grief therapist over in the UK, and I guide those in loss, through all forms of loss, to find their purpose, so they can be happy in their present whilst honoring their past and looking forward to the future.
Thank you. Deborah.
Hi, I am Deborah Hillard, DK Hillard, and I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, an artist, creative visionary, priestess, and shaman. And I work with my art, all different forms of my art, using them as tools for transformation, creating portals for a deeper experience of who you are. And this book is really important to me because being nice was never something I learned in reference to myself. And so one of the things that I loved about this book was giving me the opportunity to share my own transition to learning to love myself.
I love that. Thank you. All right, Miss Erica.
Hello, I'm Erica Elliott. I'm a licensed counselor for over 30 years. I'm a brain health coach. I own Warrior Heart Healing Hearts. I help people clear the mess to discover their masterpiece, and clearing and rewiring the brain and the body and getting clear to the soul. I am an author of several anthologies, and my solo book is coming out soon. And I'm a speaker, and I just am so grateful to be a part of this movement, because I truly believe it's something that we need to teach our young kids.
We so do. So I want to say, like, this celebration is for all of the contributing authors, 36 in total, who participated in this particular book from all over the world, all different cultures, but all one message: nice girls do finish first. And so if you have been a woman that's ever been told nice won't get you far, if you're a woman who leads with heart and people tell you you're too emotional, how many have been told that? You know, when you lead with heart, oh, you're too emotional. This is for the woman who is ready to be that kind woman, and making it a legacy. This is for the woman who was bullied and was brave enough to share her story, or wants to share it but was afraid and now is willing to. So there's so many different parts of this book that just honor that nice girls really do finish first, and that women really can work together, because this book is living proof of that. No one knew each other. Everyone's met through Zoom, maybe once or twice in an in-person event, but honestly, the entire book and everything was done virtually. And that is a big task, to put 36 women together to create something so beautiful. So I just want to say thank you. So here's my good news. And now I can bring Maureen on because her camera's on. So Maureen, before I dive into the good news, do you want to share a little bit about who you are and what you do? Maybe unmute.
Okay, sorry. Hi, my name is Maureen Watkins. I'm the owner of Diva Designs Hair Studio in US. I'm so excited about this book because it taught me a lot of how to put myself first, for a change. So that's basically what I wanted to say. I'm happy to be working with all of you. Thank you.
Well, thank you. So here's where this is like my favorite part. So we have been in bestseller campaigns for this book. And the book was first released in ebook version. So if you didn't get that, first get the ebook, because I believe as a reader, you need to have the ebook as well as the print copy. So one's for the car, one's for the travel, the other one's for whatever. Anyway, I'm just a book nerd overall. And so in the ebook since release, in the USA, we hit bestseller in 3 different categories. We hit bestseller in self-esteem, we hit bestseller in success, and we hit bestseller in motivational self-help. Then in United Kingdom, we hit bestseller, international bestseller in 5 categories. And again, this is just ebook. Bestseller in self-esteem, self-help, bestseller in success, bestseller in motivational self-help, number 12 in hot new release, self-esteem, self-help, and number 27 in hot new release in motivational self-help. And then we decided to take it to another border, and we became bestseller and international bestseller in Canada. And we hit 4 categories there. We hit bestseller in self-esteem, bestseller in success, bestseller in motivational self-help books, and number 22 in Canada, hot new release in self-esteem, self-help. Well, then we decided we should probably put this in print, right? So now we have hit in print paperback, hard copy. In USA, we hit 3 categories. We hit bestseller in self-esteem, bestseller in success, bestseller in motivational self-help. United Kingdom, we hit 6 categories. We hit bestseller in self-help, bestseller in success, bestseller in motivation, number 12 in hot new release, number 27 in hot new release, motivational self-help, and number 10 in motivational self-help. Canada, we did 4 categories, which is bestseller in self-esteem, bestseller in success, bestseller in motivational self-help, and number 22 in hot new release and self-esteem, self-help. So a lot of these sound a lot alike, but the reality is, ladies, all of you are national and international bestseller in one of the biggest book genres, which is self-help. And to stand out in that is pretty awesome. So congratulations to all of you. Those are some very big accomplishments to happen in, a short time. And I think the reason why the book has done so well is because of each of the stories in it. They're real, they're raw, they're true, they're courageous, they're brave. And so are you ladies excited?
Very cool.
So I hope you all celebrate big and enjoy the accomplishments that you're doing and continue to be the nice girl who finishes first, but now you're this leading example to others. So we were just joined by Sonia. Hi, Sonia. Do you want to share a little bit about you?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me? Am I muted?
Nope, we can hear you.
Oh, thank God. I sorry I had to drive my daughter to the airport. I apologize for that. I am just so honored to be a part of this book with all of you beautiful, beautiful women that have just really encouraged me to step into my true self and really not be afraid to share my story. And I am my story basically is that I've been a nurse for years, and I was always just afraid to in this book, really in the she Wins book, just really afraid to speak up, and just playing small and trying to be perfect, and afraid to show who I really was, even to people that I worked with when they would try and make you feel small, and learning to be okay to walk away from things that don't serve us, and we win that way because we're being true to ourselves, and we're not letting others make us feel like we're not any more equal than they are. So I think it's just we're all equal, and I think it's just being able to play that in the work field and in life. And so I really want to empower women to conquer those fears that they have, to shine and really find that within themselves. And that's what I really am passionate about doing. And that's kind of my story of what I'm doing as a coach now. So thank you.
Well, thank you for joining. Ladies, what would you say for writing this book has been something that you realized in contributing your chapter And I know we don't have time to ask this question to everyone. So, but Hanna, what was it for you?
I think for me, it's that so many of us have been through experiences where we've been put down by other women and we're not very good at talking about them. So I think, you know, the only way things are going to change is if we raise awareness and we start talking about the bad times as well as the good times, and make it clear to people that the bullies don't win, and you know, the nice girls will finish first. So
Thank you. What about you, Shadra? What do you think? What was your big aha moment?
For me, it was a little different. I was not bullied in my life, but I came across a lot of women in my life who have been really, really strong women going through different things, and I've seen how firsthand how compassionate they were, how good collaboration they had, and I felt inspired by them throughout my life, and I wanted to send this message to all the women that women really can win when they are kind, and you don't have to have accolades or awards to win. When you are actually unconditional and kind, uh, you you just win simply by being yourself, simply by being your authentic self. You don't really need any accolades or any appreciation, and that's the message actually I wanted to share through this book. And I'm so grateful for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that. We kind of talked about that about 30 minutes ago with a different book. It's like this awakening when you just love yourself, because we can, as women, bully ourselves. It looks like shame, it looks like blame, it looks like fear, it looks like we cast judgment on ourselves. Oftentimes, we don't even need someone else to do it. We're way ahead. and we're already doing it. So I think that's a really beautiful point that you shared, is like, you know, we need to stop doing it to ourselves, and also being that example of what that nice girl truly looks like. So thank you for sharing that. That's a beautiful point. What about you, Erica? What was your did you have an aha moment through the process?
For me, I think it was really, as I started to write it, I could have wrote about my own stories, but I really thought about the parenting aspect and how many times I would work with kids with youth, and I would work with my daughter and even kids in counseling, that nobody gave them the skills, and nobody gave me the skills as a kid. And I hear parents say this all the time. I was working with a few new people recently, and they were saying, "Oh, well, I just let them find their way." And I'm like, but that's not what we really want to do. We really want to teach our children, and especially our young daughters, that you can be kind and compassionate and loving and still be strong and assertive. And if we teach them those skills, then they're going to do far better in life, than, oh, let's let them try to figure it out. Well, that works so well for all of us. It took a lot for us to get there. So I think for me, it was really diving into, I remember teaching my daughter these skills and her friends, and how empowering they would even say that was. And today my daughter has that kind of skill where if her and her friends have a disagreement or a conflict, they can come to each other and talk in a healthy way and work those things out. And so, I just believe that it's up to us to change the legacy and teach our younger generations.
Yeah, I agree. Let's ask the younger generation. Megan, what was the big aha for you, or what did you gain from sharing?
So for me, there was a lot of things that I wrote about that were things that I have moved past. And then rereading my own chapter back as well, I realized some of those things are still things that pop up. And I think that's very true for most of us. So for me, honestly, I'll call it out because it's been mentioned, but the ageism works both ways. And I've fought against it my whole career. And for me, I love being in spaces and movements where we take away measuring the value of a woman's impact based on age, appearance, culture, those kind of vanity metrics that we all share as humans, and really looking at the inner work that we've put in, both individually and together, and what that can truly build.
So I think that's a really bold, what you just shared, the ageism works both ways. Because you being younger, like to me, I think it's a plus because you're smarter than me. You're tech savvy. You're doing all these different things. But to other women who are in season 2, like me, they see it as a competition or a threat. Oh, well, she's younger. She's going to come in and take. But I look at this woman and I'm like, she's coming in and she's going to show me how to work the tech stuff and has a whole new perspective. Like that's the beauty of learning from, and vice versa, right? Like we're going to show the younger generation, hey, make sure like when you're doing this bold move, like try it this way because I did it this way and here's what I learned. You know, we're sharing experiences and we're knocking out that ageism border. But I do so often. I even did it to my own doctor. I have one of the youngest, brightest oncologists at City of Hope. And when he first walked into the room, I was like, I have my very own Doogie Howser. And all the thoughts went through my head. Oh my gosh, is he going to be able to handle what's happening? And the fact of the matter is, the answer is yes. And age, had I held on to that ageism that you were talking about, I would not be I wouldn't even be here. So thank you for putting that point out there. How many of you have read each other's chapters?
Not yet.
I read some.
You read some? Okay.
Some.
Erica, you put your hand up. Was there a chapter that really stood out to you where you were like, whoa?
Where I put my hand up, but just saying some, but I can't remember, what all the different things were. I just remember thinking, just in general, the chapters that I had read, more so of like how each person talked about the struggles that they had went through themselves and then really gave like touch points on how somebody else could go through this themselves and come out on the other side a better person. And I felt like that just is really what creates this book, like you said, as a self-help book. Those of us that are in the counseling, coaching, serving field, that's what you look for, is something that somebody's going to give them a little bit of a guidelines of how do you do this better? And look, I've been through it, so here's what I did. And so that's what stood out to me is each story had a unique twist to it, but also a beautiful way to come out of that with glory and teach somebody else something to do differently.
I have to confess, this book was one of the hardest books I've ever written. For me, it was, and for me, it came from pain. If I'm being totally transparent, I was sick of 2024. That's how quick I was like, I am done. Somebody needs to do something about this. And I guess that somebody is going to be me because I couldn't take it anymore. So everything that I shared was so raw that I couldn't stand it anymore. And I read all of the chapters in the book and I thought, dang, these women are so brave. Like that's all I could just, that was like everything that I read. Everyone is so brave. Wow. And so then I felt like, I'm so glad I took this step. And when I first read it, I cried and cried and cried. And now that I read it and I read it and I read it and I see all the faces and I see all the women standing up for themselves and others, today's a celebration for me to be able to see all of you doing what you're doing. So thank you. Thanks for that. Yeah. And I do encourage you, ladies, please read each other's chapters. And for all the women who are watching this, will watch this, get the book, because this one is definitely all the feels and has so much insight and so much power, and it will make you see that the niceness and kindness really actually catapults you instead of holds you back. It is not a weakness. So thank you, ladies. We're going to close out our author celebration. You ladies have about 20 plus categories and national and international categories to go celebrate, and I hope you do. And congratulations to you all, and thank you for joining me today. And remember, everyone, she wins. Nice girls finish first.
Yay!
Everyone, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for making this possible, Hannah.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Hannah. Love you all. Blessings.